Welcome back to the channel, Little Flexers. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. I really appreciate having you here for this awesome deck. But first, please make sure to go down below and hit that big red subscribe button. Help this channel super grow. Do you get it? Do you get the joke? Because we're talking about Rowlet and Alolan Exeggutor, and it has a super growth attack. But really, guys, it helps me out so much against the YouTube algorithm. I cannot thank you all enough for your support. So today we're going to take a look at the Rowegg Rillaboom deck. Of course, so we're going to be using these grass attackers and powering them up to do their very special attacks. I, for one, love Rowlet and Alolan Exeggutor. I did win an expanded regionals with the card, and it's one of my personal favorites. So Super Growth here says search your deck for a card that evolves from one of your grass Pokemon and put it onto that Pokemon to evolve it. If that Pokemon is now a stage 1, then you can do it again. So you can basically go from a basic to a stage 2, which is really powerful for free, right? You don't even need an energy attachment. And that's actually very relevant because oftentimes you'll need to use your energy attachment to retreat whatever you have in the basic, right? Maybe you have and the active at the time. You might have a Crobat, you might start a Dedenne, something like that, or maybe even start a Grookey. You're going to need to attach and retreat, get that out of harm's way so you can get into a Rowlet and Alolan Exeggutor. It's got a couple of attacks. Calming Hurricane is nice, 150, heals some damage, pretty good in combination with Mallow and Lana. But the real star of the show is Tropical Hour GX. Now, if you get 6 energy total, with 3 of them being grass, which there's no other energy really outside of grass in here. We got a couple of captures, but not enough to augment the attack cost. But if you get 6 energy, Tropical Hour GX packs a punch, 200 damage. So with that Calming Hurricane and the Tropical Hour, you're two-shotting Pokemon VMAX, which is really, really important. But you get those 6 energy, and you're swiping all the energy off your opponent's field. And that's extremely relevant against decks like Pikarom, Eternatus, ADP. All of these things rely on their energy acceleration. So to swipe all that energy off, make it shuffle them back into the opponent's deck, that is a very powerful effect. And one that we're going to look to leverage here on the Rowlet and Alolan Exeggutor. Now, I do need to mention, it's very important. You'll see me talk about this in the game that we play. It's very important to time your Tropical Hour at the right moment. And that can be kind of a hard situation because you're loading up all this energy onto this Rowlet Alolan Exeggutor. You need to use the Tropical Hour when it would be the most beneficial for you. Otherwise, your opponent can slowly work themselves back into the game. You'll see how that works when we play against the Pikarom player. But Tropical Hour, super strong attack if you can get it off. We're going to power up our Rowlet and Alolan Exeggutor with the Rillaboom with that Voltage Beat. Going to grab us 2 grass energy out of the deck. Super fun. And then we kind of close things up here with the Dubwool. With that Soft Wool, makes it a really tanky Pokemon. And then if we have a Cape of Toughness or a Big Charm, we're hitting for a lot of damage late in the game. And it's really hard for the opponent to one-shot us in return. We got a Mewtwo just to be able to copy a bunch of things and basically fill in as a third Rowlet and Alolan Exeggutor while also hitting for different weaknesses. And then we got a Shaman for that Flower Storm kind of big burst damage after you have a lot of energy on the field. This has to be, just by the way, this has to be like the most blank space I've ever seen in the top row. It's a little embarrassing how bad this deck list looks. But I do not take any credit or any blame, I should say, for that. This is P2CGO, baby. And so we come on down here to our supporters and items. Got our 4 tag call, trying to be as consistent as possible tag call. Of course, really nice for searching out those Pokemon, but equally as nice for searching out our supporters, namely Cynthia and Caitlyn, Guzma and Hala, and Mallow and Lana. Mallow and Lana going to give us that little extra heal that we like, and Cynthia and Caitlyn going to draw us cards, while the Guzma Hala going to pick out some stadiums, some tools, and some special energy. Got a Cape of Toughness to keep our Dubwools alive as long as possible, and some Big Charms as well. What I love about this deck is that it's a late game deck. You know, we talk about some decks like, maybe most notably Lucario Melmetal, as being that deck that the longer the game goes on, the better the deck gets. And I think that's exactly what this deck is as well. You just have the Tropical Hour, super strong GX attack, and if you can take it to the late game and build up all those energy, you're in a really good position to control your opponent's side of the board. You just have a lot more options than your opponent if you can last. So The problems are with the deck setup, of course. Let's say you start a double, and on that second turn, you aren't able to find a switch card to get into the Rowlet and the Alolan Exeggutor. Well, that can mean trouble. Let's say you don't find a Grookey, or let's say you have both Rillabooms in your hand. There are a lot of little things that can go wrong, but that's counteracted by just the sheer strength of the deck. I think it takes pretty good matchups against Pikarom and ADP. Again, shuffling in all that energy is really, really good. You hit them with a reset stamp at the right time, and they're really floundering. The other deck that I think it has a pretty decent matchup, and you'll actually see in these next couple of games, is Eternatus. Now, Eternatus can get a little hectic because they might play some poison for some extra damage, or they might play some dangerous drill to get rid of your tool, and that can be a little annoying because then they can one-shot your Rowegg, and it just gets tough from there because you're trying to build that up again with all that energy. If they just disrupt all that energy, you know, turn 3, turn 4, and they knock you out, that gets a little tough. But again, if you can survive to the late game against that deck, you have a really great shot, and you'll see how the matchup plays out in this next game. So this is the list, you guys. I hope you enjoy these games. By the way, this deck list is from a player called 76ers, got top 4 at a Hegster tournament recently, so congratulations to them. Really putting this deck on the map. I know that they've played it for a while now, and so have other people, but it's just a really nice alternate deck if you're really kind of sick of the Pikarom ADP Eternatus kind of trifecta in the metagame right now. So let's take a look at Rowegg Rillaboom. Would I like to go first? I would not. I don't think you go first with this one because you like to get that first turn Super Grow. Perfect hand to do it. Unless we have prized a Rillaboom. In which case, it would be the worst hand to do it. Yo. Marne. Okay, good to know. I think we do want Dub. The Dubsky LaFleur. Let's go here. Let's get one of these. Let's check to see. Yep, we do have Goldie Boy. Goldilocks. Tag call. Okay, Mewtwo seems bad here, right? We're kind of just locked and loaded into the active play, right? So they're gonna Marnie us next turn. I think we can just. I'm doing this so that we can get rid of a card. But maybe it was risky. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. I did want the big charm though. Yeah, that maybe actually was a little risky and we didn't get punished. Because if we draw into the other Rillaboom, we don't lose, but it gets very difficult. It gets very difficult. So we will see. Maybe I take it back. Yeah, maybe we, I don't know. Maybe we didn't, Maybe we didn't want to attach the active. Or maybe we didn't want to discard the, dude, they get the boss on the Rillaboom? What the quat? Poggy. The best, they have a Marnie in hand, huh? Cynthia and Caitlin, please. We could have Rilla voltage beated. Okay. Go there. This all feels okay. I mean, if this is what we got, like, I'm cool. If this is our lot in life, you know, I could slap a big charm on the active, but I don't know that I care that much. About it getting knocked out, that is, yeah. What do you guys think is the worst matchup in Standard right now? And you can't say the ADP mirror, because that's a cop-out for sure. But what do you think is the worst? I was thinking about this the other day. I was like, I was like, man, it's gotta be. Let's see, I'm trying to think of like Luxacky matchups. Is it like Pikarom against ADP? Is that like the worst matchup right now? Okay, 120. Fair. We can. We can't. Yeah, I don't. Actually, we don't want the power plant, right? Number 1 victory royale. Yeah, Fortnite is about to get down. 10 kills on the board right now. Okay, Calming Hurricane, 150, 150. Could have done 150 here. Well, no, we can't, actually. Take it back. They're about to win this game. I cannot even. What have we done to deserve this? Pete CGO, you just hate us today. They're playing Coughing in their deck. No wonder they're bricking. Look at this. Look at this. Don't do this, guys. Do not do this. This is an example of what not to do. The Coughing, the Sableye, the Slowbro, like this is too much. Like choose one of those ideas. Maybe. Maybe two. Maybe. But like all of them, and Pierce, like you saw their early game. I mean, we're not doing much better, granted. But like, what is happening over here? That's insane. Verifiably insane. So I want to try to activate a GX. We do not play Dedenne. Let's go there, sure. And then we'll Marne. And then let's put one of these down on Thwackey. Go here with the Crobbit. Go for 4 and just please, luck be a lady tonight. You hate to see it. But we can still Tropical Hour for some big damage. So I'm going to do it. Take that knockout. They come up with the Sableye. We come up with the Dubwolski. And I think we just sweep from there. Unless they have Dangerous Drill, in which case... Oh, no, they come up with this. They attach here. They can win with a... they can win with a Gust. They just have to get around the double. Yeah. Now we're talking. All right, so there's that Weezing. Okay. See a Quick Ball. Give us an Eternatus. And a Marnie, huh? Okay. Dude, these look so good. I'm still like, man, the gold and black. I love how these cards look. I think they look awesome. Like truly some of the best looking cards. They finally figured out the art style for they used to have like this would have been all one color, it would have been all black, but that would have been like impossible to see. They finally figured out how to do how to do this. So that's awesome. Yeah, we do want a tag call, I think. And we'll go, let's see, do we have? We do not. Go Cynthia and Caitlin. And Mr. Egg Boy. No, actually, we'll go Guzma Hala and Mr. Egg Boy. Put this down. Do we care about a second double? Maybe? No, Marnie? You gotta hit one of the two things. We did. Woo! Woo! Okay. Voltage beat. Take one. And then hit him with that RB. Yeah, Warlord, I agree. It looks so like it looks like a classic card. You know, like this is like it's art. I mean, it was originally art, but then they reduced it to 2 colors, and it makes such a statement. It's so good. It's very reminiscent of, if you guys have ever seen Heart Gold, Black and White. Black and White, the Zekrom and the Reshiram. The Zekrom was black and it had like silver outlining, a little more or a little less noticeable than this, but still like very clean. And the same with the Reshiram. Like they looked pretty good. If he's doing 270 minus 30, 240. No, okay. He doesn't win if he, yeah. How do we get it here? We can't, right? Because he's doing 240, that's gonna be knockout here. We could retreat into the boom squad, voltage beat. Yeah, I think that's it. We have like, there we go. That's the win right there. Stuck. We could, let's see. What does that do for us though? I think we go here maybe. We'll go quick ball. Play a Guzma Hala. Take one of these. Is it worth it to Mallow and Lana? Maybe? Maybe we should have taken the other Mallow and Lana. I don't know if that gives us a win, but maybe it brings us closer. Quick ball for the Shaman. Yeah, maybe we should have gotten the second Mallow and Lana. That's fair. They probably have boss, so like all our efforts are in vain, but we'll just do that and then we pass. Do you remember what set the Zekrom? It's from Black and White. Black and White and white, like full art Zekrom. Here. This picture doesn't do it justice, but it'll give you the This picture doesn't do it justice, but it'll give you the idea. Yo, we've done it. Papa Bless. Give me the Spirit Tomb. Son of a gun. Revenge Blast. You're done, bud. Let's see. Other beautiful cards that were like monotone. I didn't really like the Dialga. They had a Dialga that was all silver. I wasn't the biggest fan. But I guess like, you know, thematically it kind of made sense. And then they've had the gold cards with the highlighted like outline of the Pokemon. That was okay. That was like Sun and Moon stuff. you know, with the like Lele GX, Feeny, all those secret rares. That was pretty cool. Yeah, the shading is really cool. Yeah. I mean, you should have seen those in real life, man. Those suckers were amazing. And that you actually get one in your hands and you can see the texture because that gray that I showed you from TCG Player, that gray has a little bit of texturing on it. So yeah, pretty cool. Well, uh, yep, yep. That's how our day is going for sure. That is how our day is going. uh, okay. I don't know. I'm trying to think. What are some of the other like cards that had kind of a monochrome color? Monochrome Pokemon cards. That might be a cool YouTube video. Who knew? That might be a really fun YouTube video. I'm looking at the channel here. I'm trying to think. Yeah. Huh. All right. So they're going to grab out the Peak. Dude, the Boltund looks so sick. That looks amazing. I'm regretting not getting the shiny Boltund tin from Full Grip. Really, dude? Really, bro? You're about to play 3 hammers on me, huh? Come on, man. No switch. No switch. No switchy. Tag call. Oh, perfect card. Kuzma Hollow? What do we actually want? What do we actually want? The Mewtwo we want to bring out later, I think. So I'm going to go here. That's a little risky because we're not guaranteed anything off of the, we're not guaranteed anything off the Cynthia and Caitlyn, but haha. Not only are we not guaranteed anything, we don't get anything. So we'll super grow and let's get into, yeah, we only have one option there, the Rillaboom. We're going to go onto the one with the air balloon so that if they gust it up, then we're just one attachment away. So does Ancient Mew count as a card with almost one color? Yeah, actually I would say that. Yeah, that's actually a really good point, Capester. I'm glad you brought that up. Because it certainly, I mean, it is kind of colorful, but it's all in that like muted pastel stuff. Okay. So they're going to go there. We need to be ready. We need to be ready. Need to be Reggie. Big Charm, because I don't know that it matters. We're gonna Tropical Hour GX on the next turn into the Mewtwo. I remember seeing, I think we saw the Pokemon movie like 3 or 4 times because I just have a ton of promos. And also, oh no, they have the Yell Grunt. That's huge actually, because it means we can't switch out of the paralysis. Yeah. Ouchie. Gonna need a supporter here. Come on. It's not a supporter. Big guy. Let's go here. Okay. That's so risky, but I think we gotta risk it for the biscuit. Mallow and Lana, bless. Sack and a Grook. Sorry, buddy. Sorry, buddy. And then we'll pass. Yeah, so it's like Ancient Mew. It's like the promos, old let's see. XY or black and white, B white promos. And then it's Sun and Moon. And that's like one color. And then it's like now. Now, E-Turn, and Zacian. Couldn't have picked two better Pokemon. All right, let's go there. Let's go Poggers. I don't think we give them any more ammo. I do want to attach the capture, but it's fine. Maybe we're just gonna do it anyway. Haha. LOL. Go there, and we'll get a dub Wolski. Voltage Beat. Maybe could have gotten a Shaman, but I think the double has better value overall. Then we'll Tropical Hour. Do we Tropical Hour now? Or do we wait a turn? I remember seeing somebody Tropical Hour too soon. Because like in this position, how much damage could they do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They could do 6 times 3 is 190. So that's not even close. So I think you Calming Herc. What they could do is Crushing Hammer, Yell Grunt. But if they have Crushing Hammer, Yell Grunt, like I'll just flip my lid. We're gonna go ahead and Calming Hurricane. And then that doesn't let them, that heals us up and it lets them attach one more time, but then we just Calming Hurricane or Calming Hour. Tropical Hour. You know what I mean. I got one gifted as a friend, but as a little child, I thought it was a fake card. Wow, you hate to see that for sure. Yeah, man. I have a few cards I regret getting rid of, but not many. Not many. And I did it at a time where it was like I thought getting rid of it would be good. I had at one point a Shining do we want to heal here? Do we care about healing? They can't get an attacker up next turn. So I don't think we care. So let's go. We can do 200 here. I think, yeah, well, let's boss the we could boss the peak. And then they would need like just a ton of stuff. I don't like having the Bolt Hunt here, but I think it's fine. We could take 2 prizes as well, and that might give us more ammunition to use Mallow and Lana. Actually, I like that idea. Okay, I'm going to take the 2 prizes here on the Crobat. And then that's going to give us some ammunition to Mallow and Lana. That's kind of a weird play, but I think it makes sense. I think it makes sense. Yeah, that's perfect. We get a power plant. We can't even play that in this matchup. That's great. And then we just go blasting away with double. Doing 150 turn after turn. How do you combat that? All right, we are going to do one last giveaway winner, guys. Before we end the stream, I just want to make sure that we get it in. So let's draw our last entrant. Yo, Matt, congratulations. Hey, Matt, send me a whisper here for the giveaway so I can get your. I think I already have your email, but just so it's on my whisper page, like my Twitch page, just send me a whisper with the email that you got. That'd be great. That would be great. Appreciate it. Yo, they did get an attack off. Oh my gosh. That's wild. Can't believe that. They did get that attack off. All right, and with that,